Oh, great.
Hi.
What up, Gomertrons?
Perfect pizza. Perfect pizza. A perfect pizza. A perfect pizza. Is that a Italian song?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, wait. We
Definitely.
gotta record. We gotta record so we
Okay.
can start out with that.
All right, you ready? Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. One, two, three, click. One, two, three.
One, two, three. Great.
Welcome everybody to the bonus disc.
Oh yep. Wait, people must feel like they're really in an Italian restaurant, New York City. Ray's Pizza.
Right, there's red and white checkered tablecloths. I wish I had one like right in front of me. You know what I mean?
A tablecloth or a pizza?
No, a red and white tablecloth. You know the
Yeah,
checkered
I
tablecloth?
do. I do. Yep. But
If you're
I want a pizza right in front of me right now, and I'm a little nervous about this episode because I'm kind of hungry. What the heck? He's got pizza with him. Okay, he's got a pizza box. Is there any
if
pizza in
you're
that?
if you're a Gomertron
Yep.
and you're watching this on YouTube, I'll reveal later my top 3 favorite slices in the world. This is why I was 30 minutes late to our recording session
You went
today.
out and got pizza?
Oh, baby.
Oh no, I should have done that. Why didn't
Oh.
you call me about that? Like
So,
when you made me get that yoo-hoo.
like I was polling people in the orchestra. I'll reveal that later.
Okay.
But my mouth is watering. I was polling people in the orchestra
Yeah.
because I didn't re download Instagram yesterday in order to poll my friends like
Okay.
what kind of pizza do people like,
Yeah.
and they all 9 out of 10 said this place in Atlanta,
Wow. Okay.
and so
Now,
I had to go out of my way and get it.
dang. That's why you were so late for the record.
Yeah,
I have to run an errand, you told me.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't want to spoil it,
No,
and
good.
the idea was like too late for you to get one. Ugh. But you're gonna get one tonight or tomorrow probably.
Right. Yeah, tomorrow
Sabbath.
is Friday. That's our
Yep.
pizza night.
Mm-hmm.
Mamma mia.
I need a pizza. I mean, pizza. Okay, it needs to be said from the top of this episode. Pizza is my favorite food. Full stop.
I was going to ask you, is pizza your favorite food?
Pizza, it's number one with a bullet. No question. I could eat pizza every single day.
Wow.
Pretty much. I love it so much. I haven't met a slice I didn't like.
You've never had a bad piece of pizza.
I've had a bad piece of pizza, but
You
and it's
still
a
ate it and
saying.
enjoyed it.
But truthfully, like, man, I like there isn't a slice that I can't find something to love about it, or at
Now,
least not
yeah,
love, but like. I mean,
right.
flaccid dough. I mean, dough, we could get into what I could not like, but
Right. Yeah.
in general, with an asterisk, I haven't met a slice I didn't like.
Okay.
I just love it.
There is so much to talk about with pizza.
Yep.
We just did Perfect Cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a long time ago from when people are hearing this, but we just released Perfect Cracker to when we're recording this.
Yep.
Um, there was something really beautiful about the specificity of that episode where it was like nobody else talks about crackers and we're going to talk about crackers.
Yep.
Pizza feels a little like Star Wars to me.
Yeah, a little bit. A little
Right,
bit.
where
Yeah.
there's so much to talk about. You had this comment in the cracker episode. We were going to name it Two Crackers Talk About Crackers, but we decided against that. Maybe we should go back and name it
Clickbait.
that. You said it was basically the only reason you wanted to talk about Perfect Cracker was because it was a love letter to the Triscuit.
Yes.
And we've
Yep.
heard varying feedback on the Triscuit. Some people were not
Mm.
happy with that choice.
Man, I love y'all.
Mhm.
I don't care. I love the Triscuit so much.
Listen, we are not here to please men or women. We do this for the glory of God. And
For sure. And
Triscuit is the perfect cracker.
he's smiling down. He's smiling down right now.
When I eat a Triscuit, I feel his pleasure. Um, so wasn't that the line from Chariots of Fire?
Yes, that's it.
Um, I guess I'm a little, one of the things I'm nervous about this episode is, you also just said it before we started recording, is that you have 3 pages of notes on pizza. You went and bought pizza. We have listener feedback about pizza. You polled your orchestra about pizza.
Yep.
How the heck are we going to talk about perfect pizza for an hour and get to any sort of conclusion? Now, also the listener feedback question, because I didn't want to ask, what's your favorite pizza?
Right.
So I tried to make that question specific. It's Friday night. It's been a full week. Thank you for Annie for posting this question verbatim to how I wanted it to be posted. Friday night. It's been a full week. You need to relax. What is the perfect pizza order?
Yep.
That seemed to help people kind of zero in on just not saying I like pepperoni, but they which some people did, and that's great. Some people love pepperoni, but it was like, what do I want at that moment? So one idea I had was to make it that specific, but maybe we just have too much to talk about. Or do we make like a pizza series of episodes that we keep coming back to?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, because you can see I have categories here.
Well, I can't see that, but it just looks like a lot of it does look like a ream of paper that Anthony has in his hand.
Here are some of the categories. Okay, we've just got the like 9 things pizzas are made of, which we could debate all those.
9 things that pizzas are made of. What do you mean by that?
Well, okay, so we could discuss crust, we could discuss sauce, we can discuss cheese,
the elements
ingredients,
of the pizza. Yes,
shape, slicing, toppings, drizzles, accoutrement. Like, we could talk about any one of those for an hour. Okay.
I mean, and maybe we've made a huge mistake. Maybe we should have done perfect pizza shape.
Totally. I mean, like, okay, so we've got kinds. We've got New York, Neapolitan, Sicilian, Chicago, Detroit, California, bougie, calzone, and homemade.
Yep. Do you have grocery store frozen pizza on that?
I actually don't. And as we were preparing for this episode, you heard me reading this, and I saw Greylands. Greylands. That's what I said. Yep.
Yeah. So Greyland. I'll just read her comment.
Yes.
Which this is a real Renaissance woman when it comes to pizza.
Right. Yep.
1 cheap thin crust pepperoni and cheese, and 1 bougie wood-fired margarita.
Yep.
She loves both of those. And just like you said, you never met a pizza you don't like.
Okay, so my thought on Greyland, if Greyland was here, we could ask her. I'm guessing that the cheap thin crust is for the kids, and the bougie one is for her and her husband.
That's a great question.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
But, okay, because we have excellent friends. They're not bonus disc subscribers. What they do...
They're excellent anyway, right? I mean, they would be even better if they were bonus disc subscribers.
If they would both sign up to be marathon donors, that'd be great.
Yep.
They get a bougie pizza for them.
Yeah.
And then a cheese from Papa John's for the kids.
Okay.
They have a kid with a very specific food allergy.
Okay.
And Papa John's, like, they know the facility, and they like know the people, and they know exactly what to order, so that there's like nothing allergic in there. So that's that's actually part of their theory behind that. But also, I was just gonna say, why throw pearls? What is it? Pearls to pigs?
Pearls to swine. Yeah.
That's wrong. Because that's not kids.
Well, no, it's the idiom is correct, right? Why throw pearls to swine? Why give a bougie wood-fired margarita a slice of that pizza to your kids?
That's
mostly just like to eat ham cubes.
Right. Their charcuterie board is ham cubes and goldfish.
Right. As previously discussed in Perfect Cracker, you want to keep that wood-fired pizza to the adults.
Yes. Okay. I would push back on that because not trying to be uppity here. Our girls have had the bougie pizza and they're like, "Ooh, that's good." Now it has to be cheese for Isla, our 6-year-old. It has to be cheese, nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else but cheese.
This is something that I noticed that nobody said in the of our listeners.
Yep.
Is plain cheese.
Plain cheese.
I listen to the Doughboys a lot, and I agree with one thing that they say. I agree with a lot of things they say, but one of the things they say about pizza and judging pizza is the best way to compare one place to the other is just cheese pizza.
Okay.
If that pizza place can get that right, then you can really judge from one place to the other whose pizza is better. I really like a plain cheese.
I love a plain cheese, dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not that there's anything wrong with that. Just not get a plain cheese.
It might be perfect. We will get to there in the end.
Right.
A plain cheese slice. Like, it's kind of like if you hear a great song just played by a vocalist and a piano.
Yeah.
And you're like, that is just a great song. Without all the band, without
stripped
all the
down.
Production. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the plain cheese pizza of music.
You sometimes you talk about like a pasta that you like that's just very bare bones, right? Like maybe it's just like even just butter and garlic on pasta.
Totally. Olive oil, garlic, pepper flake.
Yeah.
Pecorino Romano.
And when you dig into that, you're like, actually, this is the best.
Yep.
I don't need anything else.
Right.
Okay, so we could talk about the cheap thin crust pepperoni and cheese version of a pizza. We could talk about the bougier stuff. What else do you have on that list of possibilities that we could talk about?
Okay. I just need to mention though, I love the cracker crust of a frozen pizza. I love it. You're back in college immediately. We used to get 5 for $10. Jack's.
I think Jack's. Urge. That's the one I was thinking about.
Remember?
Urge 5 pizzas for $10.
Yes, that is college in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Is Urge pizza, Diet Coke. We weren't drinkers, right? So it was like Diet Coke and Urge pizza. And a bottle of Frank's. We go through a bottle of Frank's a week. Easy.
There was this one time in college I stayed up way past midnight, just eating pizza and laughing with friends.
There's you know how we talked about with bikes, you can't be sad riding a bike, you can't be sad eating a pizza. You're smiling when you're eating pizza, right?
Yes. So let me say this because I know listeners are wondering this about me right now. Okay. I am not. I'm throwing out of the window any consideration about how dairy makes me feel afterwards.
Oh, right.
I want to fully engage in this conversation. And I want to talk about what's the perfect pizza without having to bring in all of my tummy troubles.
Okay, good. So that's stricken from the record is your woes.
All my woes. I'll look at my Ombre email later. Right now, I just want to talk about what exactly you're saying. It's impossible to not be happy when you're eating a pizza. And so I am with Graylin in that 5 for $10 Urge pizzas bring me a certain amount of pleasure. And so does something from the local place in my city that I really, really love.
Yeah.
So we don't discriminate on class.
Nope.
Social standing of these pizzas.
Well, let's even think about how pizza started. Like pizza it's a street food. It's a simple food.
Okay.
Right? Like the thing is, I think pizza transcends class, race,
Yeah.
religion, gender. Like,
Yep.
it's a transcendent food. It's perfect. It's, like every, I mean, every culture has its rice and bean sort of
Yep. Yep.
variety.
Mhm.
Every culture has its bread. Every
Yep.
culture has, I guess, maybe not like cheese. Like, there's not a lot of dairy. Like in certain Asian foods, there, right? We talked about like there's not a ton of cheese.
Sure. Yep.
But everybody has their way of doing chicken. Everyone has their,
Mhm.
beverages, and pizza is like, it's, we think of it as coming from Italy, but like we have, it's got a fusion that
Yeah.
you can literally put anything on it now. You could
Right.
have Korean barbecue pizza.
Mhm.
You can have a taco pizza. Like I remember that in high school, we used to get
Ooh,
Pizza
I
Hut.
love taco
Remember,
pizzas.
the taco
Yes.
pizza?
Yep.
Like it would come with the lettuce and stuff on the side, so you'd get
Uh-huh.
this taco pizza, and then
Yep.
before you serve it, you put the lettuce and
Mhm.
like a little bit of maybe like salsa, and then tortilla chips
Crumbled up tortilla chips.
crumbled. Add that crunch. I mean,
That's a good
amazing.
pizza.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, pizzas can be like weird now.
Yep.
And because it's a blank slate, it is kind of
Yep.
similar to the cracker in that way,
Mm.
that sometimes the pizza can be a vehicle for other toppings.
Yeah.
And so we are probably also saying exactly what we said in the cracker episode, which is a pizza should stand on its own also. And that's where I think I'm getting at with the
Yeah.
cheese, just a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Is that if you can enjoy that and also you can enjoy it with a ton of toppings on it, then it's nearing a perfection of
You're right.
pizza. Now, I guess I'm still not quite sure if we're talking about what's the perfect topping combination, what's the perfect chain, what's the perfect.
I know.
There's so much to talk about.
We have, so I have chains. We have perfect dip.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
I mean, you've got dips and drizzles. Then perfect pairing. So, like, what beverage?
Yeah. I mean, I have all of those things
Yep,
right at the front of my mind. I know the answer to all of those questions.
Mm-hmm. And then you've got your perfect movie pizza scene.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my suggestion.
I'm freaking you out. I'm sorry.
I think we need to table some of those things.
Okay. Yep.
Because I think perfect movie pizza scene.
Oh yeah.
Is right up there with perfect movie trains, where I would love to spend an hour talking about that.
Yep.
I also think maybe we take perfect pizza chain out of the episode, because I think not only could that be another full episode, but I think it confuses the discussion a little bit.
Yep. Okay, so we'll take chains out of there, take movies out of there.
Yep.
If we end up talking about some pairings, like what you like to drink, I think that's okay.
Okay, me too.
And we should definitely table, and I don't know that we could do a whole episode about this, but we should maybe table like New York versus Chicago.
Okay. Table because the styles thing. Yep.
I think that would be a great poll.
I mean, I think it might even be great to get some listeners on that live in New York, Chicago, Detroit.
Ooh, yeah.
And do some sort of like versus episode, because I mean, that is a lot of what the feedback we were getting was. People like Misty said, New York style pizza from a place that knows what it's doing when it comes to New York style pizza. Foldable slices with big puffy crust bubbles, light cheese, black olives,
Misty,
onions, and mushrooms. I mean, that is
so
incredible.
Yeah, I'd like some call-ins. I want some call-ins. I mean, so we should table that.
Yeah.
We could is calzone, is that a pizza? I mean, we've made calzones because we messed up making the pizza.
Sometimes I think that's how it was invented.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Oops, I folded it on itself by accident. hey, wait a minute, this is calzone all of a sudden.
Put some ricotta in there and make it a calzone. It's
Yep.
so good.
Yeah.
But I mean, even when we talk about, like, we have to talk about, like, should you cook the ingredients on top first? You know, like, how are you with raw ingredients?
Yeah.
Particularly veggies. Obviously, meat, you gotta cook.
Yep. Now you used to work at a pizza place, so there's also that element.
You did
this whole thing. You did.
Oh, I've worked at 3 pizza places.
One of them, I remember you saying you worked
4.
at. You worked at without telling the other pizza place that you were already working at that you took a different job with a different pizza place.
I was trying out. I was trying out Pizza Extreme. I took a week off of Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And then got that job at Pizza Extreme. And then I delivered to my manager from Pizza Hut.
Yep.
And it was embarrassing. We agreed to never talk about it. And
you both knew it and never mentioned it.
Why are you working there? Why are you ordering from there?
Just never say a word about it. I love that. Yeah.
Never. And I knew where my manager lived then. That's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that's weird too.
Yeah.
So I guess okay, I'm gonna make a suggestion. You can veto it if you want. It really did help me to put myself in a time and a place when I thought about the perfect pizza.
Sure.
And so it helped me think about what's my perfect pizza order on a Friday night. And so I wonder if we can start there.
Yeah.
And then some of these other things will just come naturally.
Great. Absolutely.
Because you guys have pizza every Friday night, is that right?
Yeah. Pizza, it's so it must be a Friday night tradition for many people. Like it's like you sometimes barely cross the finish line on Friday night, right?
Yes.
Like the house is a mess. You're all disheveled. Come to me, all those who are weary and heavy laden, and I will
give you pizza.
And I will give you, dude. That is a great. Oh man, that's the Gomer translation.
Yep, definitely. We should do an entire translation. But yeah, you're right. There's
the message. The pizza message.
The reason pizza works on a night that way is you don't have to prepare it.
Yep. That's it. You're across the finish line disheveled.
Yep.
And it's just hot and ready.
I mean, and that Little Caesars says that's a great slogan. Hot and ready, because that's what you need.
Yes, it's like perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a perfect slogan because like you want something hot like a pizza, but you have to wait 20 minutes or you got to go home and have it ordered.
Yeah.
And wait, right? Hot and ready. Oh man, then there's the take and bake. What do you think about take and bake?
Right, like a Papa Murphy's or other of these like take and bake places. By the way, I even like Little Caesars. Little Caesars sometimes gets crap, but I like a Little Caesars, especially at a kid's birthday party when somebody or a potluck when somebody brings like 4 Little Caesars pizzas.
You're like, I'm so there, dude. I'll take you one further, and I don't even mind Chuck E. Cheese sometimes, man. That's actually not that bad. And that's weird.
I can
like
do this. Yeah.
Yeah. You're, like kids are running around, and you're like, I'll try it. What is that, pizza? It's on that weird the crisper that comes on has like all these bumps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's actually not that bad if it's hot.
I'm fine with it. Peter Piper. Do you guys have Peter Piper there? It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff, but the same deal with that. It's not good pizza, but I'm like, hey, I mean, whatever. I'll take it.
Well, it's kind of one of those things that you go with low expectations.
Right.
And also you're like at something for somebody else and you weren't really expecting to even eat.
You're picking your kid up from a party and there just happens to be like a quarter of a pizza there still. And you're like, well, okay. And the parents are always like, have some pizza. We have extra.
Yes.
The magic words.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, haven't met a slice I didn't like.
Right. the best the best potluck I've ever been to in my life
Okay.
was a it was for college students.
Mm.
And they can't make anything.
Uh-huh.
And
Right.
so it was a potluck. I think it was a Christmas party potluck, if I'm remembering right.
Okay.
Huge long table.
Yeah.
Somebody brought 3 buckets of
Yep.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Mm.
There were probably 12 Little Caesars pizzas,
Yeah.
tons of 2 liters.
Yo, yeah. Oh,
And
baby.
somebody who worked at McDonald's had brought a massive bag of cheeseburgers, single cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay. Now you're done.
And
So far, I was like,
right.
that.
But it was like this bag, it was like wet at the bottom from the grease. And this fellow walks in
Yeah.
like he owns the place, and he might as well have, because people were like, their minds were blown. And those cheeseburgers were gone. You know what I mean? Like there were probably like I think he had 3 bags of them, probably 50 cheeseburgers.
Double fist in it. You got to double fist that. Yeah.
And I still remember, this was probably like 15 years ago. And I still remember, next time I go to a potluck, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be the hero. And I always forget.
Dude, I love that. Just show up with 50 cheeseburgers. Yeah.
It was a great idea. So I'll take a potluck Little Caesars pizza, right? Hot and ready. That's what you need on a Friday night.
Perfect slogan. Way to go. See, we used to get pizza. We used to get that on sleepovers too. That was more like elementary, middle school.
Yep.
Was you would get 2 pizzas in one container. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty genius, because then you could have 2 different kinds. You could have the adult and kid order in one package. Like, I think that's actually something that's kind of interesting with pizza, is people do have opinions.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, we're ordering pizza. What do people want on it? Yep. And then everybody chimes in. It's a little awkward. Somebody says, usually Aaron, oh, I like anything, because she's a 9.
There is always the I like anything person. And then there's the very specific person who orders something like Kristen was saying on Instagram, fig jam, bacon, and blue cheese, which sounds incredible.
Kristen, yes, that sounds amazing.
There's always that like risk when you're gonna order something, outside the box.
Yep.
And I would say sometimes that really pays off. And when it does, people are talking about it for a long time. Can you believe this pizza we ate tonight?
Totally.
Especially if you also get just like a cheese pizza, because then everybody's happy.
You got to have that safety. You got to like, you have to have that ace in the hole. Like, you're going to get the weird one.
Yep.
The funny thing is, a lot of times when you get the weird one, that one gets eaten first, and then it's like,
right away.
Cheese?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Your safety was actually stale leftovers.
So that's why I felt like putting myself in a time and space, which was, we're ordering pizza for our family tonight.
Sure.
Friday night. That helped me think about, like, what do I actually think is the perfect pizza order? Where if I'm in a mixed crowd, it might be a different order I'm making. Or I might even enjoy a pizza I never thought about before. But what's my go-to on a Friday night? Help me think through that well. And I think it helped our listeners, because they were also able to feel freedom to, like Scott said, put a clam pizza over red sauce on the list.
Oh, dude, the clam pizza. No, I thought I actually have never had a clam pizza. I've seen it on Food Network a bunch of times. There's one in New York that's like really famous, or is it in New Haven, Connecticut? There's like some really famous white clam pizza.
Well, that's right. That's what I would assume is a white sauce, right, on a clam pizza, not but that's what I'm saying. Scott says, I want a clam pizza, but I want red sauce on that pizza.
Yup. I'll try that.
Me too. It sounds amazing.
Probably like it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
but I was just going to say that people felt freedom then to say, this is, if you're asking me what my pizza
Sure.
order is on a Friday night, then this is what I'm going to order.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Potlucks be damned. This is for me.
Well, it's one of those things of like, close the door, whatever you got, like, don't judge what I like to eat. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Because you might eat something really weird, but if you like we talked about peanut butter and chili.
Right. Which I haven't tried yet. Shoot, I need to.
Dude, if you have some nice spicy chili and you have a saltine,
right,
with some peanut butter on it, man, that is good. But maybe that's weird.
Well, I thought of another episode, by the way, which is we ask people what their favorite weird food combinations are, and we try them. And that's an episode.
Absolutely love it.
Because probably that threw some people when you said peanut butter in chili.
Yeah.
But also probably some people were like, oh, that sounds good. I'm sure there are so many of those out there. They're like, this might sound weird, but it's good. We could title the episode that. This probably sounds weird, but it's good.
Okay. Twinkie wiener sandwich.
What's
UHF.
That from? UHF. He sticks it just right into the Twinkie.
Yeah, Twinkie, hot dog, cheese whiz.
That's right.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty gross.
I would, but if a listener said it was good, I'd probably try it.
Sure, I'd try that. I've always wanted to try the spaghetti from Elf.
Elf, right?
I've always wanted to try that.
Pop-Tarts crumbled on top of it. Yeah.
I'll try that.
And peanut butter chili. I mean, I think that would be really fun. And actually, a lot of what was coming out in this pizza stuff felt like, oh man, I never thought of that. I'm looking for. Oh, Becky said pepperoni, cream cheese, and green olives.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'll try that. Now, what is... I guess I'm wondering about that one. Cream cheese, like, does that mean like...
Instead of the other cheese? Or is that just one of the toppings? And you have a mozzarella on there also?
Like dollops, like you would put ricotta on or something like that.
Right. Actually, that seems right. I wonder.
Dude, that bite would be good. That tangy cream cheese. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And the green olive.
Yeah.
Briny and greeny. With the salty pepperoni. Actually, you know what? Pepperoni green olive, that is Aaron's parents' go-to.
Okay. Yeah.
They do pepperoni green. Like, so I had never had that combo. Obviously, I've had pepperoni and green olives, but I had never had that combo before dating Aaron, and they would get pizza on Friday nights also.
Yeah.
And they got
I think a lot of people do. Pepperoni and green olive. Yeah.
Come to me, good. All of you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest and pizza.
Okay, so we're a half an hour in. I'm actually curious about, do you guys order the same thing every Friday night?
Sure. So I'd say we rotate.
Okay.
We rotate. Like so like there's, it's kind of like, what effort do you want to put in? I mean, now we're sounding like we're getting kinky here.
Do we? I'm curious to hear what you're gonna say next if you think it's gonna be kinky.
No, it's like, what effort do we want to put into this evening?
I see. Right. How much energy do I have for this? But what you're talking about is calling a pizza place.
So
do you always go to the same place?
Right. What I mean is, like, because there are really awesome ones that are like 30 to 45 minutes away.
Oh, I see.
So like, so like sometimes there have been Sabbaths during COVID, especially, like in the middle of it.
Yep.
When we were kind of figuring out the lay of the land, and you remember those days, like when everything was closed, but you could still get takeout, and you wanted to support local businesses and stuff.
It was a chance to try new things, even, and I think pizza especially, or like other foods that are naturally delivery or carry out stuff. Like, I've never tried this place, and I know I'm supposed to support them because they're local, and so I'm going to try that. Yep.
Yes. Like in Atlanta, traffic is horrendous,
Oh,
famous
right.
for
So
bad
you could
traffic.
get there faster too during the
Oh yeah, you
pandemic.
could get anywhere within 20 minutes, all the
Wow.
way a place that would take an hour easy.
Right.
So like I would go do that. Like I'd put on my favorite podcast
Mm-hmm.
and have
The two
some me
Gomers.
time. Yeah, just bonus disc. And
I've been keeping this one for a Friday night.
yep. and so go like far away and
Uh-huh.
get a pizza. Gonna be gone for an hour, and I'm gonna come
Right.
back with something special.
Yep.
Put on something a little more comfortable. So
Slip
that's
into
the like.
something.
That's full effort.
Okay. Yep.
Then there's, oh man, we got nothing left in the tank.
Right.
Frozen pizza, throw it in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's like super low bar, and honestly
Yep.
satisfying.
I think something in the middle there is like I'm just gonna call Papa John's.
Okay, well now you that's a trigger. Okay, just kidding.
Right. So Papa John's probably we might need to talk about because I don't think you like Papa John's, right?
Man, I said I haven't met a slice I don't like. Papa John's. I actually really don't like Papa John's.
Okay. I only remember this because one time I told you I was going there and you're like, what? Ew.
Yup.
Very judgmental.
So sorry. That was judgy. I mean, I said all this stuff and then you'll get me started. Like I don't love pizza chains. I don't love pizza chains. They're not as good left over. The cheese falls off and gets separated, slides off the pizza. The crust is kind of lame. The ketchup taste of the sauce.
Uh-huh.
Like I just told you I actually like Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and yet now I'm saying this.
Well, I think it's all right. I think that I would take even a chain pizza over other foods because I just like pizza.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to be judgy about that.
Well, Papa John is a monster himself, and so
he is.
Yeah, I mean he's a terrible guy. So
okay, I didn't know that.
And also the sauce at Papa John's, I don't like, and also it is quite flaccid.
It's so flaccid. I had a long talk with my manager at Pizza Time about this, Ken Nash.
Okay.
We totally agreed. We just railed on Papa John's pizza.
Okay.
Together. It was after
fun.
our DTR.
About am I gonna keep working here?
Yep. Because he thought I was like way too chill. And I thought he was way too mean. And then we kept butting heads until we finally had it out.
Wow.
And then I was like his favorite employee.
Really? You had that kind of conversation with a manager?
Yep. Maybe my one and only.
Out.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so, we used to go to what are the grocery stores out west? Safeway?
Right. Yeah, well, I think there are Safeways for sure. Yeah.
We would go to Safeway and get steaks and then put them through the pizza oven.
Ooh.
Because it was like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, yep.
Like all of us would just try to cook any food we could. We were just really irresponsible. Amazing. But it was fun. So we had that out and we really related over Papa John's not being good.
Okay.
I would put that at the bottom of the. Yeah.
I would too, except for one thing.
Okay.
And that's that butter garlic sauce.
You are so right. You're right.
That's a great dipping sauce. We can punt that to best dips or whatever.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But that elevates it a little bit. But I guess I didn't mean to call Papa John's out in particular. I think that there's I'm going to travel to get this pizza because it's so good on one far end. Mm-hmm. And then there's I have the frozen pizza in my house and I'm going to make it myself on the other end.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's delivery in the middle, mm-hmm. That's a little bit less effort, but at least I'm going to get it hot and ready.
Yep.
Honey, it's pizza night.
Hot and ready,
hot
baby.
And ready.
Yeah, so the hot and ready is takes very little effort.
So maybe let's just focus on if
Sure.
you had the time and the energy to even travel somewhere, what
Yep.
kind of what is your perfect pizza order? And you can talk toppings, you can talk crust, you can talk whatever you want. But I
Yep.
am curious about what for your family Friday night, best case scenario, what's the perfect pizza order that you guys do?
Okay. Our probably best go-to, and this isn't going to be my favorite pizza of all time, but our best go-to that has gotten into that muscle memory
Yeah,
is this pizza place called Mellow Mushroom.
right. You've mentioned it before.
Yep. It's
Yep.
so good. I think it is a chain now. I think it started in Atlanta. I
Okay.
could be wrong about that.
Yep.
Um, and it's super good. It's good crust,
Mm-hmm.
great sauce, great cheese. What we do for that is our girls we get a medium cheese,
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm ordering a large half cheese, half pepperoni.
So that they get the same amount of cheese pizza, but you
Yeah,
also get you also
right,
get the other half for what you want it to be. Yep, that's good. It's a
right.
good strategy. This kind of like they'll put toppings on half of the pizza, and that's not an unusual thing anymore. That's happened in the past 2 decades. Is a great pizza development.
Oh, so good. I mean, the like really, like expensive restaurants won't do that, right? Because they're
Right.
like, we make it this way.
Yep.
We won't do half and half.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, the half and half development
Yeah.
is genius
Yes. I
because
love it.
also you can try different flavors.
Yep. Yeah.
Um, oh, okay, so I'm trying to look up. I'm trying to look up the toppings on this pizza. Okay,
Uh-huh.
here we go. And then me and Aaron get a medium or large, depending. It's called the Holy Shiitake.
Oh, right. I think you've said this before too. It rings a bell. So there's mushrooms on that, obviously.
Yep. Okay, so let me read it. Olive oil and garlic base. So there's actually no tomato sauce.
Okay.
Shiitake, button, and portobello mushrooms,
Mm,
caramelized onions,
mm-hmm.
mozzarella, and Montemor, which is like another kind of cheese, finished with a garlic aioli swirl and spritz of black truffle oil, garnished with
Whoa.
fresh chives and shaved parmesan.
Whoa.
And then we
Uh-huh.
put on top of that, we ask them to add Italian sausage.
Oh, you don't put it on top. You make a special order of that.
Yeah, so we get a holy shiitake, add Italian sausage.
Mm.
It's
How used to it are you to saying those words into a phone? I mean, that comes
oh
pretty naturally, it sounds like. Do they know you at this place?
oh I have seen this manager and or bartender like 30 times, and he
Uh-huh.
knows me because we always order 8 Esperanza sauces.
What's that? Tell me what that
Okay,
is.
so they have their like, so they have their version of the garlic, the garlic butter, except it's not that at all. It's not
Okay.
their like standing condiment. It's not that at all. But like
It's like a house
um
sauce.
a house sauce. Yeah, it's
Okay.
sort of like Caesar
Uh-huh.
dressing,
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got anchovies in it. I don't know, but it's
Hmm.
kind of like a Caesar dressing.
Okay.
And when you take any crust or any of that holy shiitake, um, with Italian sausage and dip it in that, it's so even Isla, our 6-year-old, I don't know why I keep saying that, but she loves it.
Is she picky usually about stuff like
She's
that?
picky. She likes cheese.
Yep.
She still doesn't like pepperoni. She likes cheese pizza, but she loves mellow mushroom, and she loves the Esperanza.
Okay.
And so I get 8, so that we all get one,
Yep.
and then we all get one for the leftovers.
Mm.
It's great. You dip radishes, carrots, celery,
And you're all dipping into
cherry
your own
tomatoes.
little what is that called?
Yep, ramekin.
That ramekin. Yep. You've got an individual ramekin for you.
Yep.
Get away from my
Whenever you
ramekin.
Yep. So it's either 2 mediums or 2 larges, depending on how well we're doing. A, with Noom. B, how many leftovers we want.
Uh-huh.
Like, because honestly, if you keep the Sabbath going on Saturday, If you've got pizza still left over, that's either breakfast or lunch done.
Now,
right?
Is it cold that you're
Nope.
consuming it, or do you heat it up?
The only pizza I will eat cold pretty much is cheese.
Wow.
Maybe
Okay.
pepperoni.
Yep.
I don't.
Here's where our paths diverge.
Okay.
Because I think I might like cold pizza just as much as hot. I love
I get
after a long run on a Saturday morning.
Sure.
Just that you're trying to kind of try to fit the box into the fridge.
Yeah.
You're like putting all the leftover pizza, no matter what it is, into one box and fitting it into the fridge. I love sliding that box out, taking out a piece, and just eating it right after a run.
Totally. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, good.
It
probably is like it might depend on toppings whether it's good or not, but
yeah, the holy shiitake I love so much hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like cold, I don't know, cold like caramelized onions and like mushroom is not my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I do love cold pizza, but I love microwave pizza. You know what we do? What we learned from Aaron's parents is take the pizza and put it in gallon-sized Ziploc bags.
Okay, yeah, we've done that too. Yeah,
that
actually helps with the the actually putting it into the fridge and keeping it in there. Yeah. So you mentioned microwave. I will rarely reheat in microwave because that adds to the droopiness.
Yep. Okay. There's another thing. Perfect way to reheat a pizza.
Yeah.
So, in the oven on the pizza stone is ultimate.
Okay.
But for me, with a more like chewy pizza,
yeah,
microwave actually isn't that bad.
Okay.
But then you eat it with a fork and a knife.
Wow.
Fork and knife kind of pizza. Oh, dude, yeah.
This is Seinfeld happening here, right?
Totally.
And what's next? The Snickers?
A donut.
I think what happens in the oven is sometimes a chewy pizza becomes crispy, and so it becomes something it was never meant to be.
Yeah. Right on.
Now, sometimes I'll do like we have a toaster oven, and reheating pizza in that is really good. You have a little bit more control over that, and it goes faster than having to reheat your entire oven, put it in there. Wow. You never know exactly when to take it out, but putting a slice or two in the pizza oven for, 6 minutes, 5 minutes is basically the same amount of time. Well, it's more time than a microwave, of course, but it's quick, and you're actually not losing a ton of you're not giving it completely over to flappiness.
That's perfect. Yep. The pizza stone can over crisp a leftover pizza.
Yep.
But when we're making homemade pizza, pizza stone, we fire that oven as hot as it can, let that stone get boiling hot.
Yeah.
And then try to pretend you're a Neapolitan pizza place.
I considered with some sometimes I just get Amazon cards or cash for Christmas. I considered getting one of these Unis. Have you seen these Uni pizza ovens?
Oh, okay.
It's like pretty trendy right now, and I think Seth mentioned he has one. I didn't put that one down here, but I think Seth said his favorite pizza is this Uni oven. Yeah, look, OONI. It's like it looks like a pizza oven at a restaurant, but it's not a giant stone thing. It's like a See what I mean?
This.
And I have a couple friends who have this and swear by it.
Wow, that looks really cool.
Pretty pricey, and I considered just treating myself. I'm glad I didn't, because then our kitchen exploded and we need every single friggin' penny. I think I'd be looking at that Uni regretting it at this point, but doesn't it look amazing?
Wow. Seth, this looks great. I want to get this and a Solo stove. Is that what that thing's called?
What's that? I don't know. What's a Solo stove?
Is that what it's called? Maybe I'm saying the wrong thing.
Is that a pizza thing too?
No, it's
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like a bonfire thing, right?
Yeah. Solo stove. That's what it is. This is like what the influencers
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram, they all have in their backyards.
Oh my gosh. This uni oven and this solo stove are made for Instagram.
Totally.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Like, come to my backyard. I have a solo stove. It's like, ooh, me too. Ooh, me too.
If you had some conceptual artist,
Yep.
or like, what is it called when somebody commits a crime and you describe their face to them?
Oh
I can't
yeah.
remember.
Artist. Yeah. What is that?
I can't remember what that's called. But if you just said to one of these guys, draw me a Instagram pizza oven,
Yeah.
it would be the uni.
For sure.
9 times out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, something I noticed
But I
about
want
your
one.
something I noticed about your pizza order, it's very similar to us, where we will go and Graylin and a lot of other people that commented, is that if you're ordering on a Friday night, you get a standard and a more creative or outside the box pizza, and that is what our Friday night order always is. So our standard pizza, and I think this is like you named, and I didn't even realize this. I think it's because of ordering pizza with little kids for so many years.
Yep. For sure.
And so you need something for the kids, you need something for daddy.
And mommy.
That's true. Something for mommy. No, I have not forgotten. So that for some reason that tradition has, even though our kids like trying new things and probably prefer whatever interesting pizza we get, we just always get that standard. So it's either a cheese or a half cheese, half something very standard like a sausage or pepperoni.
Yep.
As one of our pizzas.
Okay.
We have a couple places we go to in town. Our favorite place is called Fratelli's.
Oh yeah. Una furtiva lagrima.
Which is why we went originally, because it's the name of the bad guys in the Goonies.
Yep.
Hold on. I just got a phone call and it stopped my recording.
Oh shoot.
How annoying. Let me make sure I've got my do not disturb on. Okay.
I actually just remembered to do that like 10 minutes ago.
So what do
go
I
back
got?
to 5130 even, okay?
5130. So what I just said was, hold on, what did I just say?
That's exactly why we went there.
Okay, that's why we went originally. So 530.
Okay. 5130 even.
5130. Got it. Right on. Stop. Right on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, click. Clap just for in case. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. And that's why we went there originally, because it's the name of the bad guys in the Goonies.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I knew it's a pizza place, so I'll be happy no matter what. But that's become our favorite pizza place. These Mellow Mushroom and Fratelli's honestly should be sponsoring us, because what we're telling them is these are the best places in the cities that we're in.
Oh yeah.
But listen, they've given me so much pleasure over the past,
for sure,
14 or 15 years. I'm glad to do it.
Here's what I would say. Okay, and actually, Mellow Mushroom, it's not like the best pizza in Atlanta, but it's just great. I'll talk about what's the best pizza. You asked what our go-to is.
Okay. Yep.
But I would say, though, if you're in a city, it might be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
And you're always getting Pizza Hut or always getting Papa John's or Domino's.
Yeah.
Try the local place. Like,
if
it's a place that makes pizza, like, that's why they exist, is they have a pizza place. It's probably pretty good. If they're staying in business,
their like livelihood depends on whether the pizza is good or not.
Exactly. They live and die by Yelp.
Right. So, but these guys making Domino's, there's not there's anything wrong with that.
No,
they don't. Whether that next pizza they put out is good or not does not. People are always going to go to friggin' Domino's.
Right.
But they're not always going to go to Fratelli's. So there's just an extra amount of care and love put in a local place like that. So we always get a cheese or a half cheese, half pepperoni, or pepperoni or something very standard. And then we get an interesting pizza. My favorite is called the Route 66.
Ooh. Okay.
Also, these pizza places, they always name their pizza something local,
always great,
right?
Yeah, love
Yep.
it.
So get ready for this. This is a barbecue chicken pizza.
Ooh, okay.
So it's got barbecue
Love.
sauce. I'm reading the menu right now. Barbecue sauce, mozzarella, bacon, green chili, which is the Southwest standard.
Oh man.
Roasted red pepper, grilled chicken, red onion, and also cheddar cheese.
Fantastic.
We order it with light cheese because that's a bit much for Stevie.
Oh.
But actually, I prefer the taste of a light cheese sometimes. Not light cheese, like less cheese, I should say.
Yeah.
Not as much
no,
cheese as
not
usual.
light cheese. No, never light cheese.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So I really like that one. And so maybe you'll notice about these specialty ones is that they go like your specialty one, it goes away from the red sauce also.
Yep.
So we also like this thing called the pesto cashew.
Oh, yum.
Basil pesto, mozzarella, grilled chicken, roasted cashews, red onion, mushroom, blue cheese crumbles.
Yum, dude.
And it is just, it's one of these things that you're like, no, just try it to somebody. I'm like, I don't know. And then that one goes like that.
Totally. I don't know what. I don't get it when people are like, I don't know. Like, it's always good. I mean, maybe it's not always good.
Not always good. There are misses for sure. We don't want to be like, what don't these guys like? Perfect pizza.
Perfect pizza, my butt. No, but like I've had some that I'm like specialties that I'm like, meh.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a miss.
Like,
you're right.
Like that's not my favorite, but I love a barbecue chicken pizza. There's one called the Maui Wowie.
Okay.
From Mellow Mushroom. That's like, it's jerk chicken.
Ooh,
and it's kind of got like a barbecue sort of sauce. Lots of veggies, and then it has pepperoncini.
Okay.
So like spicy briny peppers.
Yeah, yep.
That is super good, but they took it off the menu, but they'll still make it if you ask for it.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of like sweet and spicy. The Maui Wow. So when we have dinner with our friends that we were talking about before, they usually get the Maui Wowie. We usually get the holy shit taki and then like share it. That's the ultimate when you can pleasure stack.
Oh man.
And get multiple like mods or different weird ones and like go back and forth.
So good. I'm getting so hungry. Yeah, there's what that at Fratelli's there's the Maui volcano. You can get that with red or barbecue. And so sometimes we'll just like alternate it. But it has ham. It's like a combination barbecue chicken and Hawaiian with jalapenos on it. Lots of people said banana peppers and pepperoncinos on a pizza. That seems to be something that people really enjoy.
That's the other ingredient that Papa John's did a good job of kind of like mass marketing is they always put a spicy pepper in there.
Yep, that pepper that's there.
Yep. Now, that's kind of fun because you can bite it and its juice goes all over the pizza. That's actually pretty amazing.
It's not kind of fun. It's very fun.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, so we're running out of time. So I actually kind of want to see what you have in that box.
Oh, okay. I just need to say this, dude. So,
say it.
To me,
he's sitting up, folks. Just so you know, he changed his sitting position. He's adjusting the mic to say something important. Yep.
To me, like, you know my word, 2 years in a row now, Simplify.
Yeah.
I'm with the Doughboys.
Mm-hmm.
Except that to me, the perfect slice of pizza is pepperoni.
Okay. I'm not surprised by this. And I think a lot of people, if under duress, were to say, what is the perfect pizza?
Yep.
I think pepperoni would be very high on the list.
Okay. Yep. For sure. It'd be top 3, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I think how a pizza place does a marguerite.
Yep.
A margarita with pepperoni is it's the French omelet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it's you have to perfect this before you can move on any further.
It's like the cheeseburger at like a
Yep.
sit down
Yep.
grill restaurant, right? Like American fare. You
Yes.
have to have that cheeseburger, knock it out of the park.
Yep.
It's like a litmus test for your restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
It's simplify.
Mm-hmm.
That is my that's my desert island meal. That's my last meal.
A
Pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, that's good.
So like so the 9 out of 10 people that I asked in the orchestra their favorite pizza in Atlanta, there's one place, a runner up is called Nina and Rafi.
Okay.
And that's one we discovered during the pandemic because it's pretty far away. But
Yeah.
they make a Detroit style pizza, so it's thicker. It's a little bit like Rocky Rococo's a little bit.
Sure, squares. Mm-hmm.
Yep, thick
Mm-hmm.
as frick, and like they'll put like a whole meatball on top of it. It's a fork and knife kind of pizza,
Yeah.
but it's like pleasure stack
I
carb
love it.
cheese.
It's the dough is so like doughy, but not in like an undercooked way.
Right.
Pillowy and thick, and then
Yeah.
it's just like fills
Totally.
a deep pan, and you slice into that
caramelized on the
squares.
outside.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
Right.
crunchy caramelized outside. Yum.
You know what? We might need to pick that up when you come in here.
Okay.
We might need to pick up Nina and Rafi's. I'll send you the recipe or the
menu.
The menu or the
I would not say no to that.
Right. But the place that came out 9 out of 10, it's a place called Antico Pizza.
Uh-huh.
It's Neapolitan. I did take you there at the Battery, but
Yep.
the original, when there was only one, now I think there's 3, was at the Georgia Tech campus, and college students know their pizza.
Uh-huh.
And I asked all those people, and I knew we were coming to record this, and so I was like, everybody's like, Antico,
Uh-huh.
Georgia Tech.
Without
And so,
even
like,
thinking.
Totally. It's family style. It's just big benches, 3 big ovens. And so their pepperoni pizza is called the Diavola. So like spicy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
You have it. Do you have it?
I have the Diavola right here.
He's opening the box. Oh, whoa.
Now,
so what is on there? There's
half of it in the car on the way here.
Okay, so this is that's right. I'm not just now remembering you just bought that thing, and only half of a pizza listener is in this box. He ate half of it on the way.
Now, there are so many good pizzas at Antico.
Okay.
It's the kind of pizza that cooks in 90 seconds. Big blistering, bubbles and black marks.
I see them on the front, on the top of that pizza. Those black bubbles.
Yep.
He's taking it right now, folks. He has it in both hands. Oh dear, that looks so good. He's holding it up. Now it looks to me like there's some sort of pepper on there also.
Yeah, so they put these. So the Diavola. This is the Diavola. So you could get this as a pepperoni would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they put these briny, extremely spicy peppers on it, and they've just put the whole pepper on it straight out of the
It does not look seeded or cored or anything. It's just the pepper.
Yep. And yeah.
Can you just take a bite of that? I need to see you take a bite of that. Oh dear. That looks so good.
It's the kind you gotta fold. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep. You really have to fold it so that it stays rigid, or else it's gonna go flaccid a little bit on you there.
Well, especially being like 2.5 hours old.
Doesn't matter. It's still good, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that right there is the difference to me between like low quality chain pizza and like high quality handmade pizza.
Yeah.
Is leftovers are just as good.
Yeah. Definitely. And so you order more than you need to order.
The chew on it, it's so chewy. Like, dude.
Yum. That looks great.
Dang. There are other pizza that we love is the broccoli D-Rob with sausage.
Okay.
And so it's like broccoli rub, which is like a bitter green.
Yep.
Like kale had a baby with broccoli.
And it's so yummy.
Italian sausage. Oh,
Wow.
Yep. So pepperoni is the goat to me.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Now it's this feels a little bit like sometimes I feel like I just pick the weirder things for perfect pizza for me personally. Um, like you went Triscuit, the working man's cracker is the Triscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said on that episode,
Yeah.
right? And I went some sort of weird flip side, half pepperoni, half. Did you try it?
We went there and they were sold out.
Well, there's a reason they're that good.
Yep, that's how good they are, dude. Publix can't keep them in stock.
I guess I went with what cereal did I go to?
Crispix? No, you went with Honey
Bunches of Oats, which is I think a little bit out of the box, but a kind of a standard. I really think the perfect pizza for me is either just cheese, which is so boring, or the barbecue chicken pizza.
I love it.
And maybe, I guess what I'm saying is, if you have a slice of each of those, I mean, if I do, this is just me, right? I'm just, what's true for me is, this is my truth.
In the privacy of your own home, eat whatever pizza you want.
Yep. Is a slice of either cheese or pepperoni. I could go either way on that. And followed by a barbecue chicken chaser.
Yep. I love it. The sweetness in a barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
Like I went through maybe a 10-year period where barbecue chicken was that's been replaced by the more savory holy shiitake.
Okay. Yeah.
Or the broccoli rabe.
I think the controversy in that would be already American pizza feels pretty far away from Italian pizza. Sure. If you are then going to put Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it and chicken.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't look anymore like what pizza was. But listen, I embrace the now.
Totally. Fusion is where it's at. Totally. Yeah. I mean, I still told you the Ian's in Madison or Milwaukee.
Yep.
The original in Madison. The bulgogi pizza, Korean barbecue, slapped so hard I still think of it every couple days.
It's really good. I even like their mac and cheese pizza there.
The mac and cheese pizza, shovel that in your mouth. Go for no, dude, that'd be a great way to carb up for a race.
Yep. That's right. It's got pasta and bread.
Okay, this we may get down to the core reason of why I want to run. It's just so I can have pizza.
That's the only reason. Who cares about anything else? I just want to eat pizza.
The mental health aspects are amazing, but you can eat pizza.
That's all icing on the cake, and the cake is pizza. The cake's made of pizza.
Come all to me who are weary.
Yep. All right. Okay. The people, you can look at this episode as a foundation laying for future pizza episodes, because I actually do think the more specific we are on this, the more fun and funny these episodes are. So I think we need a perfect drink to drink with pizza, perfect pizza dip, perfect pizza shape, and perfect pizza style are things that I would like to talk about.
Okay.
Oh my perfect gosh, chain dude. Might also be fun. Oh. He's eating his pizza, folks. He's stopped listening to me. All he's doing is looking at this pizza. Find yourself somebody who looks at a pizza like, no, wait, what is it? No,
find yourself somebody that looks at you the way Anthony looks at Antico Diavola pizza.
That's it. Meme that crap. All right.
Me and the pizza are one.
All right, dude. Well, enjoy the pizza. Great app.
Super fun, man. Can't wait to share some pizza with you in 2 weeks.
Can't wait either. All right, everybody. Happy eating pizza. Bye.
Bye.
I faded out. All right. Great app. That looks so good,
dude.
Oh my.
Incredible.
I had a really depressing lunch. I want to go get pizzas now for dinner.
I mean,
Yep, I had some sort of like freezer meal.
Oh, sorry, dude. We should have gotten our pizzas. Although it's probably like super early there.
Yeah, it's probably good, or else my tummy would be causing me quite a bit of troubles.
Oh,
all right, I'm gonna stop this. I haven't stopped it yet.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.